Hey y'all, this me, Stop, Drop, and Roll On, and it is like 8:25 in the morning. I had some errands to run. Now I gotta go home and get ready to get to work so I can get my day completed and get to work and then get my day completed. Let me put it like that. Anyway, I am out and I'm not doing, this is for Veoda for tomorrow, and I'm going, just hope that's in y'all's way. Sorry, but I had to turn. But it's just like every day a new, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like, I don't know how to put this other than, I don't know if you all have ever experienced, okay, here it is right here. How I feel is the difference between getting in a swimming pool with or without floaties. Okay? When you in there and you having to do all the effort to keep yourself buoyant, like being able to stay above the water, the effort for the most part is all on you. You know, of course, you know, the more fat you have on your body, the more buoyant you are. That's just, you know, science. But for the most part, if you don't, you know, like, it's some effort involved to float until you actually get the process down. But when you have floaties on, you just put them on, and then you get in the water and you extend your arms out in front of you, on the side of you, and it's the floating process is so much easier. It doesn't have anything to do with, you know, your percentage of fat and this, that, there, and the other. You just have this thing that creates a quote-unquote instant buoyancy. That is how I have been feeling, oh man, for at least the past week and a half. It took me a minute to kind of like wrap my head around that, you know, change had come. And now I'm just like all in, okay? And so this morning I got up, I got at it. I had been not even wearing my Fitbit because every little thing was causing a frustration. I mean, and I don't know any other word to call it except for what it is. I just felt pressured. This was pressure, that was pressure, work was pressure, everything was pressure. Now I'm in the garage. And so, let me let the garage door down, and it's gonna go dark in here, like now. And so, but I can turn the light on. So, I was just kind of like, everything was just causing an issue. And that's not normal. It's not normal for me. It might be for other people, but I don't normally exist in a frustrated, mad type of world. I mean, I don't normally have that. But like I showed y'all, you know, on the other video, I've been like half green and half brown. And that is an abnormal state for me. And I am not perfect. Please, y'all, hear me when I say this. I'm going to be the first one to tell you, you know, I make mistakes. And usually I'm quick, because I have learned over time that it's best to admit it, and then just get it over with, you know. And then I can go to sleep at night, and I can rest knowing that, you know, I didn't like portray anything that wasn't what it was. So everything has just been causing a frustration, and I didn't know what it was. Now I know what it is. If y'all saw things just lit up, that's because Pierre just texted me. Pierre is out in these streets, and that, I mean, it's just like classic. I'm sitting in here in the dark. His text comes through, and it makes my face brighten up. And it hasn't, you know, it hasn't always been that way. Pierre and I, again, I will continue to say that we are just like everybody else. We have issues. There's another text. We have issues just like everybody else, but over time, if you give it time, you learn how to work things out. You learn what's important and what's not. And my prayer had to switch from, Lord, do this to him, make him do this, over to change me. Change me to a point where I'm reacting differently. Because I firmly believe that a soft answer will turn away wrath. It prevents a whole lot of stuff. It keeps things from being said that can't be retracted. It keeps you from doing things that you can't undo. Okay? And so this morning, I put my Fitbit back on because I just felt the release. Like I could put it on, and whatever number shows up on this Fitbit, if it's less than X, I ain't gonna get frustrated about it. If I get invited to another challenge, I'm gonna participate. Am I gonna be the leader on the board? Maybe so, maybe not. But if I'm not, that's fine. I did something. And that's where I'm at. So if you got something you've been putting off, y'all get up and do whatever it is you need to do. You got today. That's all you got is 24 hours. You don't need to be thinking about 99 days from now. You don't need to be thinking about 9 hours from now. You really don't have any business thinking about 9 minutes from now. But we are given this life. And I say this, and this has been something that I have been saying more and more often. This life in the increment that we get it in, because we can't handle it any other way. 365 days, 24 hours in a day. In an hour, 60 minutes. And every hour is made up of seconds. Think about it.